Good everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we have a double upload of subscriber requests. I'm doing this one first, and then we will be covering Cotton Mallow, which used to be It's Phillips, but I'm just going to refer to him by his new name. We have Matti Rannikko requesting the Ki-61. He didn't specify what variant, so I went with my favourite one. And we have Cotton Mallow requesting the P40F. That will come later. I decided to do this now. So, the Ki-61-Ko is, well, I describe it as a Japanese BF-109, and it handles very similar to a BF-109. Turns a bit better, but if you fly it right, this thing flies pretty much like an E-Series 109. However, similar to the E-Series of 109s, or the E1 specifically, this thing doesn't have cannon. It has two 12.7mm HOA 103 machine guns, and two 7.7 Type 89 machine guns, both with 800 rounds apiece, and they have about the same fire rate, so that's always nice. Now, when I spaded the Ki-61-Ko and the other Ki-61s, I wasn't a huge fan of them at first, and that's because I flew them stock. However, once I got them upgraded, they seemed to be very, very competitive. Now, I don't remember the Allied reporting name of this thing. I think it's the Tony, if I remember rightly. But overall, this aircraft handles nicely, it climbs nicely. Yeah, it's very vulnerable to be set on fire, but to be honest, if you catch fire in a Japanese aircraft, you're dead anyway, so... Although recently I have been seeing Zeros putting fires out, which I find adorable, because that should not happen, but whatever. So let's go briefly over the aircraft's engine and all that. It's a Kawasaki HA40. It's essentially a copy of the E-Series 109 engine. I think it's the DB601 something. The 7.7s, I believe, are in the wings. Yes, they are, with a 900 rounds per minute fire rate. Then the 12.7s are in the nose, well, the engine cowling, with 400 rounds apiece and 900 rounds a minute. So in other words, you get to fire for about, what? A good 50 seconds before running out of ammo, so that's pretty good ammo efficiency. Obviously, the only problem is that Japanese guns are pretty weak for the most part. Today, obviously, we'll be running the air target belts, which got changed. They obviously have the APT, the T, and the HEI. The HEI are debatable at best. For the 7.7s, we'll be running Universal. Pretty much everyone uses Universal on Japanese 7.7, unless you're running Stealth. But I don't particularly like Stealth. I prefer this one because then you at least get a trace around to give you guidance. So, let's jump right in and let's see what this old bird can do. Last time I flew a Ki-61 would have been the Ki-61, I think it's the 2? Yeah, and I spaded it. Oh my god, that thing was terrible to spade. It's at 4.7, and yet, as you can see, like, it's not much of an improvement. About 20 miles an hour top speed. It can carry bombs, unlike this one, and it gains a bit of extra armament in the form of 2 cannons. It's not much of an improvement, and I don't see why it's at 4.7. Because you've got a 20mm German Arm one at 4.7, but it has the same flight model as this plane. Same with the Thai. I've never understood the battle ratings of some Japanese aircraft, and the Ki-61s are a perfect exception. Well, perfect example, I should say. Because they're getting shafted by the matchmaker. I don't bloody know, but at least we're into our first game today. When it decides to load. And we've got Frontline Corsun. Not a bad map. Now, Matti Rannikko also asked for a sort of advice and a guide on to fly the Ki-61. Basically, fly it like a 109. That's how I find it to be best. If you meet a yak, you can sort of outturn it. Most American planes you can outturn. Just gonna be out here. Looks like we are top dog. That's bloody rare. Just gonna turn that engine volume. It seems a bit loud. And essentially, fly this thing like a 109. That's how I fly it. Climb up, boom and zoom. If you can outturn something such as, let's say, a P40, do it. Because you can outturn them. So obviously all my Ki-61 variants are spaded because I spade my shit, as everyone knows. But these aren't bad planes. I mean, they're good enough, and they get the job done. It's just the BRs of some of them are just ridiculous. 4.7 for a plane that gains 20-mile-an-hour top speed and a bit of bombs, as well as some cannons that spark. Nah. Just nah. In my personal opinion, this plane should stay where it is. Yotsu should stay where it is. The Kaya 100, that thing needs to go up a bit, because let's be real, that thing's pretty damn awesome. And the three higher tier Ki-61s need to go down to BR. The Tide could easily sit at 4.0. The 2, the one that's at the end of the Ki-61 line, which goes on to the Ki-84s, that could sit at 4.3. And so could the high, I don't know how you pronounce it in Japanese, that's the problem. I know very little Japanese, so just konnichiwa, and that's pretty much it. And we just also Stuka to anti-aircraft fire. Lovely. Yeah, this thing, when I spaded it, it had pretty poor climb rate when it was stock, but once you got it upgraded, it was okay. It's not going to be the best, but it's going to get the job done. As you can see, we're about level of a P-36, just a bit above him. Which isn't bad. I mean, the Hawk's not the best climbing aircraft in the game, but it can compete with a decent aircraft at least. Now, obviously, against Spitfires, which we can see down there, there's one down there, you are not going to want to turn with those. Turning with Spitfires is a death sentence. Plain and simple. And that was a minor pun because obviously we're in a plane. Now, when it comes to P-36s, I recommend booming zooming them. They have good turn, they have good control. Same with Hurricanes, really. They're going to be. We'll go for the Hurricane first. Hurricanes are probably going to be one of your priority targets because obviously they can turn much better than you can. That's some good hits across this fuselage. So let's go for the second one. Dodge out the way. Obviously, you don't want to take a hit in a Japanese plane. Okay, kill assist, I'll take it, I don't care. As long as he's dead, he's dead. That's all that matters to me. And you can see the control authority of this thing is just amazingly good. Just got a couple of high explosive rounds hitting him there. I don't actually know how much explosive charge they contain. First kill. Here comes that P-36. It's a C model. I see you there. Yes, that was a pun. Right, I've dropped the combat flaps here. Obviously, we're engaging in vertical loops, so this is where the Hawk is going to start to gain a bit of a ground, but he's fucked it up because he's not continued the loop. He should have kept continuing with the loop, because the Hawk can actually loop with a Ki-61 pretty dang well. Nice crit. I think we've got the engine. I do apologise for that. I will sort that in a second. I could have sworn I closed down my Facebook before I start this crap, but whatever. Okay, next target. Yak 7. Obviously, we've critted that P-36. He's got 3 planes on him, the poor bastard. Okay, looks like the team aren't exactly helping with this regard. All I need you to do is deal with him whilst I deal with this Yak 7. Okay, flaps in. And let's get rolling, because obviously we can catch up to Yak 7. Is his engine dead? Yeah, he looks to be struggling. Yeah, it's a Yak 7. He deserves to die anyway. Second kill. Enemy team's not doing so hot at the moment. Okay, we've got an MS-410 down there. We'll quickly bounce him before he gets to his airfield. Normally bouncing is a term me and my sister use to like get out of an area, but whatever. Good kill. Third kill. And the RA-2000 tried to dive in and steal it, but failed massively. I find that hilarious. And I got the Hawk. Awesome. That's 4 kills. It's It's my first bloody flight, guys, and stop beating me kills. Well, first flight in a while at this thing, because I don't fly this plane very often. You will see this aircraft again in the Talisman series, just to point out. And as you can tell, I like it, because it flies like it's a 109 mixed with a bit of 0, which is what I always like. I do love that sort of aircraft. A 109 mixed with a bit of 0 is always nice. But at the same time, it also flies a bit like a Ki-64, which... A Ki-84 is a great plane. Oh, we're going to get an ace. And the answer is yes. That's number 5. He wasn't burning, he wasn't crit or anything. That isn't a kill steal. That's kill number 5. So now we need to work on getting rid of this Yak 1. There's not many enemy aircraft left. There's that Yak 1 and there's something else. Okay, the Yak 1 just crashed. I see the final dot. He's over there. Now, the only thing I don't like about this Ki-61 variant is you can't carry bombs. Now, I know that seems a bit silly to you ARB pilots, but trust me, this thing would be a beast at 2.7 with Japan. It's just... The Otsu does everything better. It has two 250 cals in the wings instead of 277, so you get a bit more firepower, for the most part. And just in general, I prefer the Ki-61 Otsu because of that firepower and because of the versatility. But don't get me wrong, this thing's still a good plane. I'm not knocking it at all. I love this plane. Also, side note, I have a shopping list. Now I know what you're thinking. Is Joseph 2000 moving out of his parents' house and actually going to live somewhere else? No, you're not that lucky yet, because then I'd get peace and quiet and I could do videos every single... Well, I could record every single fucking day. And obviously I could do... Well, I could have more time to myself and only the odd cameo appearance from the bloody postman. But no. I have a shopping list of premium vehicles. And the final guy's just died, so I'll explain it in the hangar. Well, I'll do a bit now. So essentially, the shopping list comprises of premium vehicles that I want to buy in the November sale. Obviously, this video will be coming out when I'm away, so I won't be grinding for it. Chances are, though, I might get the grind for the baby accounts that I plan to do done early. In which case, obviously, 3 ground targets here, 5 air, 1 assist. We'll go over the stats in a minute, or the score. And there's a couple of premiums I'm getting, so I'm just giving you a heads up. If you see a huge amount of G pop into my account at some point in the future, you now know why. Because I'm planning to buy the Japse, there's the Pasta Fire, the Russian P39K, the T3 Panzer III Russian Premium, the T126, and a couple of others. I am thinking of switching out 2 of the vehicles for the Japanese 109, but I'll probably make that decision when the time comes. So let's go over the results. Obviously, 5 air kills, 3 ground targets before I ran out of ammunition, 1 assist, which I think was on one of the Hurricanes, 5 critical hits. Obviously, most of those would be from aircraft kills. Obviously, 30 hits, most of those were the 7.7s. Takeoff, obviously, we took off once, plain and simple. Battle time 3 minutes 47, an extra 1800 lines for our effort, activity 100%, bonus reward of 2,392 for winning, 14,716 extra lines, and obviously since this aircraft has a talisman, we got an extra, well, we've got on 30 odd K. Well, just from existing in the match. So in total, just under 44,000 lines, 4,100 research points towards modifications, obviously we already spaded, and 2,300 vehicle research towards the J2M5, which I'm very close to unlocking. So a fantastic bloody game for the Ki-61-Ko. Obviously, I love this aircraft. It is a great plane. I see a lot of people flying it wrong, and I just get tired of it because you don't have all the firepower in the world. You've just got to make it work right when you do get something that doesn't have a lot of firepower. The key to the Ki-61 is to not fire above around 300 to 400 meters, because that's when the guns start to weaken severely. And here with you, mate, I know you love watching my videos. Take this thing out, and I'd love to see you do a video on this thing. But anyway, I'll let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Ki-61-Ko. Obviously, today's later video will be the P40F, and I will see you all then.